Greetings, this is your brother Wasil Bay coming at you with some factual educational video. Let me get to it. Alright, we're going to talk about the word employee. You people who have a regular job containing the child support, employee, you are not an employee. Here's why. You can go to Cornell University Law School. I think Chris Smith went there. I think he did, sorry. I think he went there, but definitions, people. United States Code 26-3401. You know. And this is for the tax. Alright. We're going to find what employee means. Alright. Okay. Do y'all see employee? Let me go back. Okay, employee. This is what employee means. This is what employee means. For the purpose of this chapter, the term employee includes an officer, employee, or an elected official of the United States, a state, or any political subdivision thereof. Look at that. You see that? You see that? Huh? Look what employer means. Look at that. Look at that. Does it say worker? Huh? You use that social security number, you're an employee. You ain't supposed to be using it. We're gonna see what person mean. Look what person mean. See that? I got a treat for y'all at the end of this video. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Include an individual. You individuals. Look at that shit. This ain't my shit, man. Corporation. Look at that. Look at that. Foreign. Fiduciary. Stock. Shareholder. United States. State. You know what I'm saying? You can go check out all this stuff. They got all this powerful information. Look, legal information. Cornell, y'all. You know what Cornell is? That's an Ivy League school. You gonna believe somebody? I went to school for law. I went to VC College. I'm just gonna tell you that. It's a LLC. It ain't even real. You know what I'm saying? I've been duped, but I used them for their services though. And I learned more by myself. Okay, look, I went to this website. This is the United States Code, people. The United States Code. See that? I'm finna go to definitions. Definitions, right? Look what wages mean. Look at all that, man. Y'all go do y'all homework. Look what employees say. You see what that say? Do y'all work for the federal government? Huh? You been bamboozled. Right? See, I'm giving y'all these remedies, man. I'm cold at writing too. Let me tab Alabama. I was gonna do Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Human resources. Wait a minute, let me zoom out. Let me tell them a new asshole. That's what I do. I'm gonna beat them with one word. I'm gonna whoop them with one word. Well, two words. Okay. You see this word? Deviating? Huh? You see deviating? Do the etymology on deviating. That means sexual. A deviant. These people are perverts. They want your offspring sexually. Let me be owl real fast. Customers. That means you're accustomed to this type of living. They ain't got nothing. It has something to do with paying, but you know. Let me do the etymology on that. Let me go back. Okay. Customer. You see that? Later means buyer. So you've been tricked because they saying that you're accustomed of being a hoe, a prostitute hoe. You know what I'm saying? You're getting pimped. Oh yeah, you get some real learning over here. I never let a hoe. Let me go to customs. It's the same thing. They just added the ER. Pimp me. Habitual practice on your ass to be a customer. I unvolunteer people. You can unvolunteer. You can get off child support. You're going to fight though. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight and you're going to find out who is lying. You're going to find out who lying. You've been duped. Fuck a chapter 13 and all that shit. Shit, if you want to stay on child support, go talk to them people like a man. You ain't got to do all that and put yourself deep into debt. That's stupid. Okay, now let's get on your paperwork. Let's get on y'all folks' cases numbers. Since y'all want to claim that shit, that y'all got a case number and it ain't your shit anyway. Subject. You see that? You see that? Look what the subject mean. Medieval. Seize the subject. Y'all run up there talking about the subject matter. Nigga, you the subject, nigga. Wake your motherfucking ass up. And if people want to see my transcript, hey, I'll show you my transcript. I got proof on the put. Now I'm finna make y'all laugh. You finna get your laugh on, okay? Listen to this bitch.
You can't blame her for taking the position of Boston.
Washington Journal continues.
Our guest now is Colleen Eubanks. She is the Executive Director of the National Child Support Enforcement Association. She'll be giving us a look at the child support enforcement system in the United States. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
So tell me a little bit about your organization and how it works.
Okay, the National Child Support Enforcement Association is, in a sense, the trade association for the child support program. So our members are predominantly...
She said trade association. So you go back and do your definition, trade and business. She's admitting right there, business. You gotta listen. Listen. She's giving you remedies out of this shit.
State agencies and county agencies that manage child support.
She said state agencies and county agencies that manage child support, right? Listen.
Throughout the United States. And then we also have members internationally that work on family support issues. So we provide education and advocacy on Capitol Hill for the program.
Okay, that's federal. So child support was made through the federal government. Chrissy Smith don't even know law. He's stupid. He's a hood law. Okay?
Educate the public as much as we can about the program, obviously, and then also provide training and information to people that are in the child support program. And by that I mean the practitioners. So
she said practitioner. Go back to my video. What does a practitioner does? Practices spells on your ass. Right? Y'all under a spell.
Directors, their staff, caseworkers.
Look at them. We're taking your nigga money.
Leadership within the child support program.
And walk us through how the child support system actually works.
Okay.
What is the process for determining which parent will pay child support, how much, etc.
Okay, let me just start by saying the program was implemented back in the late 1950s.
Okay, what happened in the 1950s? Do your history.
As a response to, and the family obviously looked very, very different back then. It was traditionally a mother who stayed home and a father who went to work. So when parents divorced, there needed to be a way to ensure that the children were still supported. The dynamic of the modern family is clearly very different. And so the program is evolving to meet those changes.
Evolving. So they're making up more rules. And you know what I'm saying? And you make up rules to play games, right? Right, there you go.
Basically, the way the program works, first of all, anybody is entitled to child support services. They just need to go to their child support office. So, for example, a parent who has a child that's in their custody, it could be a mother or a father, could go to the child support office and ask for a support order for the other parent to pay a support order. And then the paternity is usually established, or parenthood is established, and then an order is calculated, hopefully based on the non-custodial parent's ability to pay. And most states also take into account the custodial parent's income.
What I tell you about income and earnings, there's two different things, income and earnings. Income is what they want to take what's incoming to your corporation. Earnings, they cannot touch a man's earnings, but they can touch a person's and the individuals. That's who make income.
If a child is in a family that's receiving public assistance, they are required to have a child support.
She said they're required to have a child support case if they receiving assistance. They didn't say they will be required or they will automatically be put on. Listen to what they saying. They didn't say you have to. You don't have to pay child support when you get food stamps because this is a federal grant funded to the state from the federal government.
Order placed within the child support program, or the 4. We call it the 4D program because
Look at that. The 4D company.
it was set up by the Section 40 of the Social Security Act.
Brother Amin said the what today? It was set up by who? Social Security, right? You don't have to pull out that number. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to show you that Social Security ain't for identification purposes.
So
Look at her.
I'm so sorry.
So how is it determined?
See, that's what you call frustrated pussy. She need her tit sucked and rubbed on and her clit, you know what I'm saying, rubbed also. Now, if she had a good man pounding that ass, she'd be like, oh, fuck child support. I ain't about all that. If she had me, a dude like me pounding that ass, but I got a girl, you know what I'm saying, I love my woman. So, but anyway, that's what this is. She's angry. You see the haircut going on. You know what time it is, fellas.
And you mentioned that most states take into account someone's actual income in determining the amount of child support that's required to pay.
Right.
But not all states actually take into account the
No.
actual income that someone's bringing in.
That's true. A lot of times
Did you hear that? All states don't play with this bullshit, right? Look at Georgia.
the order will be set on, for example, minimum wage. States have some parameters and variety in terms of how they can set the orders. So it's really hard to go state by state, or even the tribes have child support programs as well. So, you know, it's in that sense, it's a very complicated program, and often it comes down to the individual state or county in terms of how they impute the income of both parents.
Got it. And so this has obviously been a big question in the news recently because of the shooting death of Walter Scott in
Right.
South Carolina. His relatives
Listen
say
to this shit.
part of the reason he had been running away from police when he was shot was because he was worried that they were coming after him for unpaid child support. What powers do child enforcement agencies have to make sure that child support is paid?
Well, there are a variety of enforcement tools that they have, and frankly, incarceration should be absolutely the last resort. And our
Did you hear that? Incarceration should be the last. Listen.
organization doesn't believe that parents should be incarcerated, that in general, incarceration for child support is just a bad practice because a parent can't
But it
pay.
happens.
It
Do you hear that?
Does happen.
but a parent can't pay if they're in prison, obviously, if they're incarcerated.
No shit, Sherlock. She needs to be booked over a desk and hit really hard in the ass.
So incarceration is a last resort. There's driver's license suspensions. The vast majority of child support is paid through wage garnishment. So employers pay a very, very important part in the child support program. About 74 to 75% of all child support is paid through wage withholdings. So that's the number one tool for enforcing child support. And states have a variety of other options, suspending fishing licenses, driver's licenses. Often the threat to suspend.
She said threat. Communicating threats by one of these people is a federal offense. Bingo, got him. Let me go on. That's why I want to see y'all. She just admitted communicating threats, right? They having a conference in New Orleans. Now, when you read this shit, all the men who don't want to be men, pay your child support, go do bankruptcy, be a dumb fuck, and go to debt because they gonna lock y'all ass up for debtors prisons, you dumb shit fucks. Now look at that. Dumbass said it's not federal. What that say right there? Federal, right? Huh? You see that, right? That's the conference. National Child Support. It's held this year. This year. Now listen to this. This is what's in New Orleans. Look. This the best time to get your ass unvolunteered out this shit. A policy, y'all. A vehicle by which child support community can share and celebrate the application of best practices. So they finna practice how to tie your ass up into this shit more and more. Partnerships. You know who they partners with, right? Innovative thinking. They thinking about keep fucking you up within a day-to-day management and operations of the child support program. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a winner? Fuck with the winner circle over here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't lying. You know, Chrissy Smith. I mean, he got a good product. If you want to stay and be a bitch and get pimped and get fucked in the ass and get laughed at, wear them faggot ass t-shirts, go right ahead. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing. How this is the de facto courts. You see in the business, right? What it got in there? De facto. Huh? Huh? De facto. Child support is the de facto corporation. Now, hey, hit me up on my email, Wasil Camille Bay. That's KAMILBEY@gmail.com. Hope to hear from fellas who want to get free, women too, because child support divides y'all communication responsibilities with your offspring. People, be more responsible. Keep third parties out your business. Get at me.